Hello Flosstubers, it is me, Sylvia from Becky's Land. Welcome to my Flosstube video number 18. How are you? I hope everybody is doing good so far. I'm fine, thank you. I think slowly everything is going back to normal. I hope. First I want to say thank you to all of you who commented on my last video. Thank you so very much for being so kind and understanding when I was going into a little personal stuff and complaining. Okay, not complaining, yeah, maybe whining. No, not whining, but just was a little unhappy with my stitching and my crosses, and you all have been so supportive and encouraging. So thank you very much for all of your kind comments and most of all for being understanding what I'm going through. But I think, yeah, as I said, I'm back to normal. I'm not completely happy with my crosses, but yeah, I'm getting there. So I'm trying to be more enjoyed with my stitching. Yeah, no, that's not right to say. I think I'm enjoying it more again, my stitching. So, and I'm trying to get back to my routine, and I will tell you about it a little bit later when I show you my work in progress. So I think we are doing good. Okay, I would like to start right away with showing you some of my cushions. I have a few FFOs. They are not June cushions. I will show that in my next video. Today I would like to share with you my cushions that I stitched in April and in May. And since you've always commented so kind on my progress and yeah, were supportive and cheering me on, so I thought you would like to see the fully finished pieces. So let's begin. I would like to start with the oldest one of this is the basket the cushions you get to see today. So the first one is a freebie from Cosmic Handmade. You remember maybe the bunny love, some bunny loves you, and I think he turned out so cute. So okay, it is kind of Eastery, but he is so cute. He should be displayed all year long because he is so cute, so cute. The design itself is cute, but I think how it turned out at the end. I put on a little bit lace. I sewed it on per hand, and I found a matching ribbon and a matching fabric on the bottom, a little heart charm. Yeah, and that's the back. And I'm completely in love with how the whole thing turned out. So I'm happy. So, and I think you like it too, I hope. Even it's not Easter, but I think you like to see it in June. Can you believe it? We're already in June. Yeah. Then the next thing I stitched was an April cushion it's a design from Lizzie Kate, the Flip It Bit stamps for April. That's the chart, and that's what I did. So maybe we turn it that way. I have stitched it on white casual linen with overdyed floss, and yeah, every floss that's recommended on the chart. and I used the buttons. They came with the chart, and I found the matching ribbon that's the same color or almost the same color as the buttons. So yeah, I sewed on in here a little stripe of fabric, put in a little bit of rickrack, and that's the back. Yeah, I think it turned out nice, so not complaining. It goes back in the April box and will come out next year, and I will be happy to have that done. So then the next one was the May. Maybe you remember, you supported me on that one because I tried to change out some colors. I changed out the blue birdhouse. I told you I didn't like that it is dark blue, and I changed it into pink. So this is my version of the May cushion. I stitched it on white casual linen, and I changed out this color. On the chart it is in purple, and I used pink. This is the birdhouse, and I put on the light blue little buttons. They always come with the chart, and I changed this bird into a blue bird. On the chart it is red. Okay. Again, I sewed on a little stripe of fabric, put over it a little rickrack, and that's the back. That's the back. I was talking faster than I showed it. So, and I have a little bow on here. Yeah. I have this series kind of like all the same way, like I did the March or like I did the January. So it's different to the Flip It Bits. This series is different. My finish is different to the finish. So the whole series will be finished kind of like this. Okay. Then I showed you my work in progress when I was stitching the next one. I showed you the fully finished from, I don't remember, 2015, 16, I really don't remember when I finished this one. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm shaking the camera. I apologize. I think I shake the table a little bit. Anyway, so, and the time I showed you this, I didn't find the right word. What I was looking for was cheerful, and you helped me out, cheerful. And I wanted to make this into a cheerful cushion, so I did it again. Woohoo! Woohoo! And I'm much more pleased with it. It came out so much nicer and cheerful, and I didn't put on a yo-yo this time. I made a little bow, like I showed you in one of my previous videos how I do this, and I pinned a little pin in it, not glued, just pinned, just tucked it in, and yeah, I like it so much better. And that's what I mean. If you're not happy with the piece that you did, some of you when you comment, you think of me as brave to try out new things or changing things. You can do that too. If you don't like something, change it. So I like it, but I wasn't completely happy with it. After, yeah, I always stitch on Belfast flags. It's my all-time favorite, but yeah, people change, and I do that too. And my taste kind of has changed, I guess, and I didn't like it that much anymore, and I like it so much better now. And so when you don't have to throw that out. You find someone who likes it, who doesn't mind that it isn't on white linen or white fabric or whatever. but likes it, give it to the person who likes it. So pass it on, and I think that's what I'm gonna do someday. I will pass it on to someone who doesn't mind that it is on flax linen. Okay? That's what I wanted to say. I hope I said it right. Yeah, I like it. I like it really. I really do. So, okay, this was my chicks. And then we have, and you saw that too, the Bent Creek. I'm sorry. Excuse me, just 1 second. Tea again. Thank you. I'm sorry. This is a Bent Creek Snappers, and I changed the color because for me the colors look more autumnish, fallish than springish. So I changed the colors and turned it into a cheerful cushion. So those two are Aztec Red, I believe, and Camellia, something like that. Week Style Works. This is a brighter yellow. I don't remember right now. If you want to know, I'll let you know. Yvonne, the Night Owl Stitcher, asked me about the colors I used for the Friendships Grow and Bloom and Live Simply from Lizzie Kate that I showed in my last video, and I told her about the colors I changed or I used. So if you are interested in any kind of color change I make, please let me know. I will look it up and tell you what kind of color thread I used. Okay, so be brave and ask me about a color change. And then you know, the Bent Creek Snappers, of course, has snappers in the middle of the blossom. But I'm not so into snappers, so I had little buttons in my stash and I sewed them on. And that is the back. Okay, so I think that is it. That is it. That's the fully finished pieces. I wanted to show you because I was not able to finish them earlier, to show it properly in April or May. I hope you don't mind seeing it in June. But I have a June piece to show you, a finish, not a FFO. It's the Flip It stamp from Lizzie Kate. That's the June, and that's the finished June. So I think I didn't change anything in the colors except for the blue. I didn't have the Morris blue. It's called for Morris blue, and I changed that into Morning Glory. Okay, but I think it's okay. And I will finish this June like kind of this way. Okay, I hope I can show it to you in June in my next video. I have my June table complete and I have my June basket complete. Everything is ready to go and set up and everything, but not today. I have a few other things to share with you, or I would like to share with you, so I will show you my June display in my next video. And I hope that I have this one finished until my next video. Okay? So that was it. Yeah. And we can put this aside. Oh yes, someone was asking me, but I forgot to bring it to this place, about my journal, kind of. It's not really a journal. What's wrong with my voice today? I'm sorry, I apologize. I have this big folder I used, and I used always paper protection sheets but I don't like that anymore. I don't know why. Anyway, I change it out. So I think I showed it in one of my videos, but since someone, it was Sharon, I think your name was Sharon, asked me, and that's, I keep it now. I have a folder that's a little bit smaller, and on in my old folder I always had 2 pictures of my finished pieces. So I had 2 on one paper sheet, and now I have only 1 project on a paper. So like, and that's like how I do it. I always make a printout picture. I write down the name of the chart. I write down what kind of linen I used, the threads I used. Usually I write that down, when I stitched it, when I FFO'd it. So that's how I go. And on the back of this paper, I usually have the pattern, how I sewed it, how many holes I was counting, how many centimeters of fabric, blah, 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 you know? So, and that's what I do. I have always print out picture. So, and until I have the print out picture, I keep the chart. I can show it to you. How, I have no idea how I always have the chart in this protection sheet, and when I'm having the printout picture, then I put write everything down and put the chart back into the folder of Lizzie Kate, Bent Creek, whatever. I don't know if I explained that right. If not, please let me know and I try it again. Okay. So then what's next? FFO finished, work in progress, right? Okay. Work in progress. Francis Poole. I worked on it a little bit. That's how it should look when it's done. It's a Brenda Gervais design, a reproduction of a Francis Poole sampler, and I don't know about the lighting. I will try. So that's how far I gotten. Yeah, so that's the whole piece. I completed the border. Last time you saw it, I didn't have the border completed. There are, I think, 2 or 3 flowers missing, but that's not a big a deal. And yeah, when I showed it to you in my last video, I told you I measured the border. I wasn't sure if the border is matching, and the border was matching, but you can guess what's now coming. When I got, do I have the right side? No, here. I'm sorry. Let's try this again. Maybe you can do it. So this way. When I got here, when I got here, it didn't match. One cross was off. So I, thankfully, and then I counted back and back and back, and I think it was here or here, I don't remember correctly, but here or here I missed one cross. Instead of 7, I made 6 here or here. So I had to rip that out and stitch it again, and yoo-hoo, it matched, yoo-hoo! And then I stitched the bird, and then I stitched the tree, and the tree I stitched twice, because silly me, didn't count what's it saying? Count twice, stitch one, once. So here it has 5 crosses and I counted 6 crosses, so I was 1 cross over it and it was 2 near to the top, so I had to rip out everything here. And you know that I start every single row with a new thread. You can see my happy dance about this, okay? But anyway, it's done now. And the squirrel, I did the squirrel. So, and a few letters. So all I have to do now is finish the alphabet, finish the border, stitch the flowers, just a second, I'm sorry. Stitch the flowers and the bird and then it's done. I'm so happy. Wow. So, and here comes my not working rotation. I tried, but I learned something when I stitched this. I'm not a rotation person. I'm not, sorry Ingeborg, but I'm not. There's always something else I would like to stitch, and mostly the pieces I would like to stitch are smaller ones. And there is always something that gets in the way. And this piece would be put behind every time a little bit more. Behind. And by the end of the year it would not be finished if I would go on like I did. So I thought I will stitch on this a little bit more. So yeah, maybe to finish a section or a motif. So let's say I finish now the letters and the border, and then maybe start with the flowers, and then it's good, and then take care of the bird. Something like that. We will see. But I have to figure out a way for me, and I think this is better for me. I think. So, because the next piece I was working on a little bit, it was my bloom. It's not my bloom, it's from Brenda Gervais, but I'm stitching it. So, the bloom where you plant it, and I think I got a little bit further. I'm pleased with it. So, yeah, I stitched, since you saw it last, I stitched the second bloom. I think I stitched only the upper part. I stitched the hummingbird and I started the M. And that's what I mean. So if I would stitch in a rotation, I had to put it down now, because after 3 days stitching on it, I need to go back to the Francis Pool and should put this down, and I don't want to, because it's so close to a finish. So I would like to stitch the M and have it done, completely finished. So I think I'm better with no rotation plan, at least, no plan at least. We will see what the year will bring. And I forgot to show you last time my needle minder, because Cindy was in San Diego, I think, and I wanted to show her my needle minder from San Diego. It is a refrigerator magnet, and my husband turned it into a needle minder magnet. So it's from the zoo in San Diego. We visited one day. Yeah. So, what do you think? It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I like it very much, very much. Yeah. Happy with it. I'm happy with it. So that was that. And then I have a little dilemma. In my last video I said I will show you the framed home of a needleworker. So here it goes. I have it in a frame, but it is not framed. I haven't been able to look for a glass. I wasn't in the city. I didn't get an appointment at the hairdresser, so I wasn't in the city, and I didn't check for a glass. So, but anyway, it's no rush. It's done when it's done. But I painted the frame. It's shaking again. What's wrong here? Does it shake the whole time? I'm so sorry. I don't want to make you sick. Look, it's shaking. I'm so sorry. I hope the whole video doesn't shake this much. I apologize deeply. Oh, that will give me thumbs down. So anyway, where was I? My home of a needleworker. So I painted the frame. It's done. And here it goes. This is how it will look when I framed it properly. So now it's only tucked in to show it to you. That's the frame I've chosen, and I'm totally in love with it. It's beautiful. I love it very much. Everything I love. Yeah. So now I'm a little bit confused about the shaking of my camera. Let me just pause this very quick and check how bad the shaking is on the video. Just a second, please. So now I'm back. I couldn't find, it was a very short and quick check. I couldn't find any bad shaking. So if it is too much shaking, I apologize. I didn't notice that earlier. I think it was the thingy, I don't know what I would call that, where the iPad stands on. So it was a little bit shaky. So I think now we will be better. I hope. Yeah, I can see that. It was the thingy my iPad stands on. So I'm sorry. Where was I? Home of a needleworker. Once it is completely done, I will explain everything about fabric and threads and blah blah blah. Then the next thing I wanted to go into, I have a small purchase. I ordered some needle minders just because I need them, you know, I need them. I ordered them from an Etsy shop in the UK, I think it's Scotland, Needle Keep Emporium. A lot of people from the UK are talking about it, so that's the Etsy shop, but I will link it down in below in the box, in the thingy box. This is one needle minder, and it came on this little card, and it has this button on it. It says handmade with love. How can we that use? Oh my god. So, and because I love this beautiful needle minder so very much, I needed to have one in a different color, and I might want to have more different colors. They are precious. They are really, really beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. And a cute one. So, isn't she cute? I love it. Really, I love it. Mary Poppins. And every card has this button on it. Handmade with love. Really pretty. I love it very much. So I'm happy. Good choice. And I went online and ordered a digital version of Just Cross Stitch magazine. It is from April 2016, and I ordered, oh, I have to be careful because I have the chart on the back. Yeah, careful. Because of this one. I wanted to have this one, and then I discovered it has a mirabilia in it. The story about mirabilia is a story of its own. Maybe I have enough time to talk about it. And then I ordered the digital version Just Cross Stitch magazine June 2016. And I ordered it for this one here, the summer, and for this one. I wanted to stitch this for June, but we're already in June. Ha ha ha. Oh yeah, we will see. So, mirabilia. I wanted to tell you something. In almost every single video I talk about it that I don't want to stitch a mirabilia or a hate. So, there you go. Casa Senina is the online shop in Italy, and they have always some kind of sale. And the last 2 times they had a sale, I was tempted, and I already had the chart in my shopping cart, but I didn't buy them. It is, I don't remember exactly the name of it. One is, I think, Raven, and one is GG. There were 3 almost the same, and then the one with the wings, Robert is stitching right now. It is so beautiful and it's so tempting, but I have to be honest, I'm too afraid to stitch a mirabilia. It's not that I don't like them. Okay, maybe it's not really so my thing to stitch those beautiful ladies, but the Raven would fit into our house, I think, and it's just to try it out, just to see if I'm able to stitch it. Anyway, that's a long story. When I have a little bit time left on this video, I will tell you the end of the story. I just wanted to tell you about me getting into mirabilia hype, kind of. I think they are beautiful, but for one, it has to fit in our house, and for second, I have so many other things I would like to stitch, and I'm not sure if it ever gonna happen. But I know one thing for sure: I never stitch a hate. That's too heavy. That's too confetti heavy and too stitch heavy. No. I have plans. I don't make any plans, but I would like to stitch so many things. So, no, Ingeborg, a hate is not gonna happen. Anyway, then that was my purchase. It was something for my last video. Marlene was asking about the cushion I showed you. She wanted to know the name of the chart. It's Sweet Violet. And Marlene, if you check your email account, please. I already messaged you about it. And I forgot to show you, there is please, Marlene, I forgot to say, please check your email account because I messaged you already. It's so much going on in my head right now. This is another cushion like the Sweet Violet. I would love to stitch, but I think it's not gonna happen this year. And I have the Harvest one I would like to stitch. but I'm not sure if it is gonna happen this year, because Marlene already started a piece that I have on my wish list. I showed it to you in January, I believe, in January, that I would like to stitch it this year, because I have it. Yeah. But Marlene started without me. No, you didn't know that I want to stitch it, I guess. And it's fine, it's perfectly fine. I'm not ready to start it yet. So this is, when I'm done with my bloom and I have a smaller piece that I would like to stitch next, and maybe when those are done, I maybe will start this one. I'm not sure, because I would like to start next the Blackbird design, Sweet Thoughts of You. Yeah, that's what I would like to stitch when my bloom is done, as a smaller one. So that brings me into pleasant mail. No, happy mail. I showed you, I think in my last video, that I got happy mail, and when I had to put it in the title, I didn't know how to address it, so I called it rack. I know that rack, when you say rack, it means random act of kindness. So, but for me, random means something else than I would address random act of kindness. For me, the act of kindness is not random, it's special, it's extraordinary, it's amazing, it's generous, it's not random. I don't know how to explain it, but in my head I can't call it random act of kindness, because it's not random for me. So anyway, I don't know how to explain this properly. I got an act of kindness once again from Lori. Mischievous Stitches. I practiced a little bit. Thank you so very much, dear Lori, for thinking of me, for caring for me, for caring about me, for supporting me, for sending me your love and this beautiful card. It is beautiful. I think it should be framed. It is beautiful. It's wow. What's even more beautiful is the words, the note inside. Thank you so very much. I love you too. Thank you so very much. And I'm thinking of you too. And it is, the design on the front cover of this card is Hands Across the Sea Samplers. And Lori said that Hands Across the Sea Samplers already has a Flosstube-Channel. So I will check that and link it below in the box. Because the special of this card is, on the back of the card, I can show you, is a chart from Hands Across the Sea Samplers. It's a little design, so, and it is so pretty. I hope that I can start it soon, so I can show you what I'm stitching. So yeah, that is so sweet and adorable. Thank you so very much, Lori. You made me really happy when the mail came. Thank you. And then I got a happy mail, and yeah, I'm a little bit, I don't know, I wouldn't say embarrassed, that's not the right word, but uncomfortable. That's a horrible word. Available is difficult to say. Not comfortable is better. Because I felt a little bit guilty. It is Pam from Stitching Between the Lines, and she had a finished country cottage needleworks piece shown on her last video, and I commented it is beautiful and I like it very much. And since I'm eyeing for this chart for a very long time, I wanted to buy it, but I didn't, and seeing it now on camera finished, stitched up, I wrote her, I need to stitch that, I need to have the chart. Yeah, and what did Pam? She sent it to me. She sent it to me. So thank you so very much, Pam. Really, I feel a little bit guilty, but I'm happy. I really love it. It is so beautiful. The only thing I have to go back on your videos and check what kind of fabric you used, because on the fabric you used, I liked it very much. So thank you so very much for being so kind and generous and say, you can have it, I don't need it anymore. Thank you. You made me happy. So, that was it. I got another gift 1 or 2 days later, but I don't show it today. So, you know who you are. We already exchanged emails back and forth, and I will show it someday to you on a video, but not today, because it's always so much, and I have to figure out what I want to show, because it is a huge mail envelope. It is so overwhelming. I'm not over it yet. I'm sorry I don't say your name, but really, I was sitting on my table staring on all the beautiful things you sent me. It was so overwhelming, I couldn't react in any kind of way. And when I opened everything, thank you so very much for loving me so much, to send me such a generous gift. And it's amazing. I don't know what to say, but I'm glad that we connected, and I'm happy that that's the beginning of a beautiful friendship, I think. So thank you very much. So now I have to get myself together again, because I have a few notes. I would like to go into some other stuff. I had sorry, just let me take a sip of my tea, and then I hope I will be reconnected. Thank you very much. So, what I thought in my comments, some of you, I don't know what time is it. Yeah, maybe I can go into it a little bit. Some of you say in my comments they are afraid to sew a stitch piece together, like a cushion like I do, and because you are afraid you might ruin your stitched piece. I know exactly how you feel. Maybe if you go back, I don't remember the number of my video, but in one of my videos I talked about that. When I showed the linen band with the 3 stitched centers on it, and I was afraid to sew the pockets on the bottom, and I know exactly how you feel when you are afraid you might ruin your stitched piece. But when you really would like to try out and sew your cushion, sew your stitched piece into a cushion, you can start with a easy one, not with like fabric inside, rickrack, and fabric on the side. Just make it 4 straight lines with a backing fabric. And if you still are afraid of trying out because you're not sure because you're not sure if your lines are going straight, I told you I always mark my lines. I count the holes from my stitched piece to where, and I pin it where I would like to have my sewing line, and then I look. If it is not enough, I go 2 holes further, or it's too wide, I go a little bit back with my pin. And when I'm thinking, okay, this is the size I would like to have, then I mark it on the back of the linen. Okay, I paint with a pencil. I don't paint, I mark it with a pencil, a straight line. But if you're still afraid of trying it out on a stitch piece, that's what I did when I started sewing 7 years ago. I told you I had no sewing machine, no nothing, no knowledge, no nothing, experience, nothing. I learned it all by myself, on my own. But if you want to do that, you can use only fabric. You take 2 scraps of fabric, measure the size you want to have, mark it with a pencil, straight lines, mark straight lines, measure accurately, and then sew the right sides together, leave a little space on the bottom or on the top, on the side, wherever you want, and just try. It doesn't have to be perfect the first time. Just try it out. And if you don't like it, make another one. So, and then I got further and sewed on, it's with hand sewn on a lace. And then I got further, tried out to make a yo-yo. You know, just try out. And if you ruin this piece, it's just a little piece. And if it's good and you like it, fill it, like I did, with lavender. And then you can hang it wherever you want. And every time you touch it, it smells heavenly, like mine still does after all these years. When you crush it a little bit, can you hear it crushed? It has lavender inside. One fed out. Can you see it? It's not focusing, but that's lavender, a lavender blossom. No, it's not focusing. But anyway, you know how lavender looks and smells. So that's my little tip. If you are afraid, try it only on fabric and see how it goes. Okay? That's what I wanted to say. And about the cluster stuffing from Joann's, I mentioned it in one of my videos that Pam told me about it. And Jimmy Lee had left me a comment. Cluster stuffing is available at Walmart. So that's what I wanted to tell you. And I think that's it. Oh, and then Elizabeth Andrews, you were asking about how you get the clumpiness out of the cushion, and I told you that I iron this. Kathleen, you too, have you tried it? I press it. I have a towel, a thin towel on top of the fabric, and then I press it with my iron. Gentle, of course, gentle, not, I don't want to burn it. Gentle, press it. Let it cool down a little bit and press it again, and then you can, you know, squeeze in the edges your stuffing. Did it work out for you, Elizabeth? I hope it did. I hope I don't give advice and you ruin your pieces. Kathleen, I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Sometimes I don't think about what I give as an advice, but always be careful, of course, with your iron. So anyway, Cindy asked me about my heart sewing, but I will show it to you in another video. I hope you don't mind. Otherwise, I already time's running. I would have some shoutouts, but I think that's over the time. I don't remember how much time my other video was. I watched Andrea from I Heart Cross Stitch, and I was amazed about Queen Anne's lace. Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful. I told you already, I think. I love it very much. So yeah, you should check that out. This piece is amazing, beautiful. Then I discovered I'm not done. I think I'm done with bendy stitches. I'm done with Nina Needleworker. No, I'm not done with the I'm not done with bendy stitches. I'm done with the videos of bendy stitches. I'm done with the videos of Nina Needleworker and Claire. So I catched up, I guess. I have 4 to watch. One is Emily C, Tracy P. There was someone else. I don't have it here. And yesterday I stumbled across Denkai. And I have to watch her too. Because I watched a video where she showed how you stitch neater stitches in cross stitch. And since I have this meltdown in my last video about my stitches, I had to watch it, of course. And everything she said, I do already. Everything. Thread heaven, blah, blah, blah. The only thing I learned is she talked about don't do too short ends. Your ends should be longer, because when your ends are too short, you're pushing too hard. So, and that's exactly what I do, and exactly how she said it. You think, just one more stitch, you squeeze and squeeze, just one more stitch, please. But I think it's not because I don't want to waste the thread. I think I'm lazy. I don't want to anchor the tail, and I don't want to start new because, yeah, I'm lazy. I think that's it. And something else I learned, that you have to stitch, you should stitch the dark thread first and then fill in the lighter thread. And I think I always do it the other side, the other way around. I always stitch the lighter color first and then fill in the dark ones. So I have to remember that. Thank you very much for this video and explaining everything about how to neater stitch your cross stitch. We will see how it works for me. Okay, I think that was it. There is a ton more to say, but I think for today it is. It's long enough. Babbled on long enough. So, thank you so very much for being with me, for stopping by. Thank you so very much for watching, for subscribing, and as always, for leaving me the most lovely and kind, sweet comments. I'm always so amazed, and you are awesome. I love you. It really makes me happy what you say to me. Yeah, thank you so very much. I love you, and once again, a big hug to all of you. Thank you so much, and I think that's it for today. I hope I didn't forget anything. For liking, yeah, as I said before, today maybe I will get a thumb down or more because of the shaking. I apologize once again deeply. I didn't notice that. I hope it's not too bad and didn't make you too sick. Yeah, I would like to say goodbye now. I hope you all have a wonderful, good, stitchy week. I'm sorry, Nicole. I had to say it. Please take good care of yourself. Until the next time, I love you and a big hug to you. Bye.